what do you think about when you first think of therapy? All too often we think about lying on a couch or getting advice from someone, but I promise you therapy is so much more, especially when you have a great fit. Now, when we experience trauma or the overwhelming experience of having our stress response system turned on because we don't feel safe for one reason or another, or we are not safe for one reason or another, this can cause trauma. And trauma can have a profound impact on our life satisfaction, our relationships, our self-esteem, and so much more. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways that trauma can impact you and how we know when it's impacted us so much so that we might want to consider going to therapy.
Mind over matter, a key to a beautiful life, a key to a beautiful life. No stress, no trauma for me. In my days I will be free. I'll have a key to my beautiful life. I'll have the key to my beautiful life.
My name is Worsham, and I am your host for Mind Over Matter. Today we are discussing 3 ways trauma can impact us and how to know if therapy might be a good fit for us. Number 1, trauma can have a direct impact on the way we see the world and the way we see others. And if this happens, it can make it very difficult to trust the world and to feel comfortable navigating in the world. You would know if you have challenges with this if you see things like having problems trusting other people, even if they're people that are close to you or your family members. Other times, this might look like you feeling as though people are throwing shots or always being disrespectful to you. It may also look like it being very, very difficult for you to be at a calm, always looking over your shoulder or worried about what's going to happen next, expecting conflict around the corner. Number 2, trauma can impact our self-esteem, which is the confidence that we have in the value that we bring to this world. The way that we make sense of our experiences and the way people have treated us have a direct impact on our self-esteem. This can also impact you trusting yourself, where you're always doubting yourself or seeking validation or affirmation from other people before you make decisions. Number 3, communication can be impacted significantly, and oftentimes this looks like we're communicating aggressively or passively. When we're communicating aggressively, we are communicating our thoughts and our emotions, our feelings, our beliefs in ways that completely discounts the way in which the other person feels, believes, and thinks, or even what they need. Whereas on the opposite end, when we're experiencing it or communicating in a very passive way, we do not express our true feelings, thoughts, needs, or beliefs. Either way, you will know when you have challenges with communication, when it's very difficult for you to show up and set boundaries. Or when you find it very difficult to communicate with people and it's easy for you to go off on a person. Or you may even find out and learn that people are avoiding talking to you or have trouble talking to you because they don't feel comfortable. These relationships that we have with other people are significantly impacted by the way we communicate. So it's very important that we're mindful of how trauma has impacted our ability to show up and communicate with people that we love. Here are 3 simple steps that you can take inside and outside of the therapy room, whether or not you're ready for therapy. Number 1, breathe. All too often, we are not breathing, or we're only taking a breath when it's necessary to get oxygen into our body. We walk around not realizing that we're holding our breath, or we find ourselves breathing in our chest. It is so important that our breath is happening in our bellies. Making sure that when you inhale, your belly is rising, and when you exhale, your belly is falling, because this helps to send calming signals to your brain so that your stress response system is not overly activated. Number 2, make sure you are mindful. Mindfulness means that we are aware of our thoughts, our emotions, and our body sensations without the need to immediately respond to them. I'll be the first to admit that I spent so much energy frustrated with myself because I had a trauma reaction. Instead, learning to be mindful of this reaction and moving on with the day and not giving it the attention that I've given it in the past has really assisted in calming down that stress response system and removing those triggers altogether. Thirdly, make sure you surround yourself with people that you love, people who encourage you, who uplift you, who you laugh with, people who you feel safe with. Thank you so much for joining me today on Mind Over Matter. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on the next Mind Over Matter series. We'll see you later.
My